Hello everyone and welcome back to Personal Beauty. Today is our last episode and I am so excited to be doing this with you. As you can see, there's a very clear theme going on today. We are going to be doing today's Halloween makeup tutorial in the theme of the Saja Boys. So it's no secret that K-pop Demon Hunters has kind of taken over the world, so we're actually going to allude to that and talk a little bit about some of the Korean history. So for today, to get started, as you can see, this hat that I'm wearing, this is a traditional style Korean hat called a kat. So this is something that the Saja Boys can be seen wearing at the very end of the movie. If you guys haven't seen it yet, make sure that you guys do go watch. And for today, I'm going to be embodying Jinu at the very end of the movie when he's all evil and purple. So we're going to go for that today. So bear with me a little bit while we try to get this makeup tutorial started. I'm going to be putting on the hat at the very end to kind of finalize the look. So today, just to go over some of the materials that we do have, of course, some of the tattoos, which I have already been playing with a little bit today. So we're going to talk about those in a little bit. Then we've also got just some basic makeup items here, which should make it easier for you guys to replicate this look back home. So to get started, we're actually going to jump right in. I don't know how long this is going to take, so I want to make sure that we're using our time as best as we can. So it's no secret that the Saja Boys are demons, right? So they are dead, essentially. So we do want to kind of replicate that sort of dead look. We need to hollow out the cheeks. We want to sharpen the nose line, things like that. Let's see. Wow, you're so cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. For this bronzer, well, it's not really a bronzer. It's more of a contour, which is more of a cool tone. This one is actually called Too Cool for School, and this one is very gray, kind of stone color, which I think is actually perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and start playing with it because I'm not really sure how these tones are going to come out on my skin. But we're going to start by just hollowing out the cheeks. So following along my cheekbone right here, we're going to go just below that. We're going to make this sort of concave trapezoid shape here. Let's just see. I feel like that already has like a really big difference and I've only dipped it in once. So typically I would use an angled brush for this one, but a flat brush or a puffy brush should work just fine. I really like this middle color here. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I'm definitely starting to look more dead on this side. It's giving Bella Hadid, I think. Kind of like sharp cheekbones. Yeah, so we just want to define the face shape a little bit here. So typically when I'm doing a contour for a daily look, I would stop mid-cheek, but for today, because we are going to replicate more of a masculine sort of really sharp angular face style, we're going to do it all the way down towards the chin and jawline as well. Okay, we just really want to get in there and make my face look as sharp as possible. Who else we got in the chat? Asush, Aaron. Hi, welcome to the chat, you guys. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have actually watched K-pop Demon Hunters. It looks like Monyana Intimates has. When I first watched K-pop Demon Hunters, I really didn't know what to expect. It was kind of just like a combination of me and Jay being a little bit bored. We were like, this looks good. It's #1 rated. We'll watch it. And we didn't really have any expectations. And like 30 minutes into the movie, Jay is like, you're like a thing. Like immediately, like the songs are so catchy and so good. Props to the producers and the writers for that, because that is really, really intoxicatingly catchy, which is good. Okay, I think for the cheeks that's good. We just want to look a little bit more sculpted, a little bit sharper. Okay, a little bit of fallout with this one. Make sure you are careful with that. Now I'm going to try to do this with this brush here. I want to try to do a nose contour. So this is actually the brush type that I was talking about, earlier. So this is an angled brush right here. This is going to be a lot better for those really sharp contour lines, which is especially good for the nose area. I'm going to go in with this middle shade right here because this one looks the most like a shadow. The other ones look a little bit warm, which is not what we're going for right now. So I'm just going to start by kind of hollowing out the tip of my nose right here. I'm going to pull this a little bit closer. Okay, and then for the nose contour, everybody does it a little bit differently, but I try to like catch the light right down the center and then follow that light on both sides so that I can make that line as sharp as possible. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. Okay, we're just gonna draw a little line right there. Okay, and don't be afraid to take it up towards the eyebrows. I think a lot of people forget about that. Okay, and then we're gonna blend it out down the sides just a little bit. We want it to look like it's your natural nose line. You don't want it to look super fake. Okay, and then I'm even gonna go across the tip right here to kind of darken that shadow and give myself a little bit of a button nose look. Okay. Just a little bit. This isn't the best brush for blending, but this will, I think, manage the job today. There's actually quite a bit of fallout with this one, like little hairs, so I'm just gonna wipe those away. There we go. Okay, let's keep going. I'm actually going to try it a little bit darker this time. Let's just see if that helps enhance the effect. All right, mission accomplished, I think. Okay, I'm going to do a little shadow underneath my lip as well. Give myself a sort of pouty lip look here. Okay, very good. I think that's pretty much good. Because I don't actually have a wide flat brush today, I am going to be using this one as well for the crease of my eyes. So I brought one of my own palettes. We also have one of the Korean Beauty palettes here. So this one I'm really excited for. This is going to be our black glitter, which is not very forgiving. So let's hope that this goes well. If you can see here, they've actually got the little stamps on the little pads. They're super cute. We've got little cats for this one. I do believe this is actually a Halloween themed palette. It's super cute. Also, not to mention, you guys, I don't know if everybody in the chat celebrates Halloween or if you guys do Halloween where you are, but if you do, happy Halloween. I will be attempting to have a Halloween party this year at my house, but we shall see. Koreans aren't super big on it, but they do love dressing up, which is something that I can definitely attest to. Okay, so to start with the eye makeup look, I'm not even going to try to use any sort of lighter shade as a base. I'm just diving right in with this warm brown color right here. The reason I'm doing that is because I need to create a base shadow first. If you start with the black or a really, really heavy line, it's going to look really harsh and more 2D rather than natural. So what you want to do first is create sort of a layering effect to make it look more natural, more 3D as well. So we're just going to start buffing this out. Like I said, I would typically go in with a flat brush here, but for now we're going to use the angled brush, which is maybe an unknown makeup hack. This is actually working really well. Okay. Yep, so as you can see, I'm just kind of darkening my natural crease right here. We're just going to go in like a little rainbow shape right underneath my natural brow bone. And we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So weird working with a brush I've never used before. I feel like a little kid learning how to write. All right, so we're just going to do our best with that. Let's see. Great to be here. Dark glitter is so pretty. Wow, I'm trying to read the comments with like one eye. Oh geez, I'm still not sure about my costume type. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a costume, you guys. If you have any ideas, let me know. I've kind of gone back and forth on a couple of things. Like I've always wanted to be Shigo. I don't know if you guys know who that is. That's from the animated series Kim Possible on Disney Channel from like 10 years ago. I've always wanted to be Shigo. I always thought she was super cool. But then I want to be like a fairy also, or a vampire. So I never know really what I'm going to do when Halloween rolls around. But I feel like mid-August I always get a good idea and then I just don't follow through. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for darkening the lid. There is a little bit of fallout. You guys can kind of see that right there. It fell out underneath my eye. Okay. Just gonna clean that up a little bit. Doesn't have to be super perfect. We are dead after all. It doesn't really matter too much. Let's see. Soda pop, my little soda pop, yeah. You're all that I think of, every drop I drink of. Yeah, my soda pop. I wish I could do the pink look for them, but I don't think that's the vibe today. I think we're very much going with Saja. If I'm not mistaken, Saja, it directly translates to lion, which is why their background is a lion, but it's jeoseung-saja, I think. It basically means like Grim Reaper. For those of you guys that don't know where that actually comes from, Saja Boys isn't just their name. It's actually derived from the Korean sort of lore, as far as like the bringers of death. They're not necessarily death itself, but it's more like the boatman kind of thing. So yeah, fun little fact about that, but that's why they are called the Saja Boys. But basically the lore was kind of that you had these grim reapers that brought death to you or brought you to the afterlife. And there's even movies that go into that. There's one movie where this one guy passes away, but he has to go through the trials of hell and stuff. It's very cool. Anyway, we're gonna go in next with our black liner actually. So let me put this down. Let's try this first. We're gonna go just above the eye line. So this is waterproof. Let's hope I don't make any mistakes today because it took me 2 days to get the waterproof liner off last time. So I just want to create sort of a darker outer line. I'm not going for a full cat eye this time. We are just trying to give the illusion of shadows, right? Okay, with eyeliner, guys, just go for it. I never breathe when I do eyeliner. Okay. Just a little bit, you see? Just a little bit. But now the problem is I have to replicate it on this side. So we'll see. We'll see if I can do that. How did I do this? I feel like everyone on the team is also holding their breath. Okay, see, now this wing is longer than this wing, and that's a problem. But I can shorten it while it's still wet. Okay, I'm happy with that now. I feel like if I keep going, it's gonna get really bad, so I will just leave it at that for now. Okay, then we're gonna go in with our black glitter. So prayers for me, guys. Let's hope that this goes well. I am gonna kind of see what else I have to work with here. All right, I do have a little bit of black eyeshadow. So let me start by lining it out and kind of see how that works. So I'm just gonna touch a little bit into my personal palette here. And I'm just gonna ever so slightly line my crease right here. I am gonna blur this out or kind of buff it out, so just give me 1 second. But we're just gonna make a little bit of a darker shadow here. Okay, we want it to look very smoky. Okay, I'm even gonna go underneath here. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever had a favorite costume of your own. There we go, that's giving a little bit darker than I wanted. Actually, we could pick up any Demon Hunter's character for this Halloween party. Smoky eyes are so attractive. Thank you so much. I definitely think it's more of a winter vibe for me. I feel like the smoky eyes really kind of gives you that sort of cool, air about you. Your outfit is perfect too. I'm actually wearing the Saja Boys costume at the moment. You guys can't really see it because I'm sitting, but it is fun. Black Hanbok is cool or spooky? I personally think it's pretty cool. I feel so inspired by your today makeup. Thank you. I will try to do my best for you, Asush. Let's see. Black can be really scary or intimidating to work with, but I would say the biggest thing with it is just be confident. Because if you're very hesitant with your swipes and stuff, with eyeliner, it's gonna make it look more shaky or worse. Okay, I'm gonna actually line this one just a little bit darker. Sorry guys, my eyes get really dry when I do these. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, this is the time to clean up the lines if you haven't already. I'm also gonna go through this eye over here and just quickly line this. I must look so funny when I'm not talking and I'm just really focused on getting my makeup right. Okay, we just want to connect those tails there. And then we're going to blend it all out. So let's see what this looks like a little bit darker. Perfect for Halloween. Yes. Do you guys have a favorite Halloween movie as well? I think for me, a really good one is always Train to Busan. It's not necessarily Halloween, but kind of the zombie scary vibes is really good. Another one is, of course, Hocus Pocus. If you guys have never seen it, that is iconic. The original, not the remake. Nothing against the remake. I'm just really hardcore about Halloween and the OG one. Okay, I feel like this eye is a little bit darker, so let me just try to match that, and then we'll go in with the glitter. There we go. I am much happier with that. All right, there we go. Eye makeup is done, except for the little glitter bits here. Glitter is always last, just FYI. It's not the most forgiving thing, so let's just go ahead and swatch these on my demon hand. Okay, so we have the first one. This one looks more like midnight bluey, kind of gray. Okay, then we have the second one that's more stark black. Very small difference there, but what do you guys think? Do you have a favorite? Hocus Pocus is my fave, I could say. I'm gonna go with the blue black only because when they're at the end and they have like their tattoos, they're kind of shimmery, right? So I feel like that would match the vibe a little bit better. Okay. I wish I had a flat brush. I need to bring one. But this is my last episode, so I guess there won't be a next time, huh? Let's see. All right, we're just gonna keep smudging that out. So notice how I actually started on the outer corner this time. That was intentional. I did that because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't creating harsh lines with the black pigment in the glitter. I want to make sure that it does look smoky and smooth rather than, you know, 2D kind of harsh. Okay, there's a little bit. It's not the biggest glitter payoff. It does have that sort of shine as I move though, which I do really like. I think I got glitter on the side of my face also. Wouldn't be Personal Beauty with Shannon if I didn't mess up at least once or twice. Okay, let's see here. I actually really like this. When I go in really heavy with it, I really think it's pretty. Let's just keep going. There's no such thing as too much glitter, right? Famous last words, foreshadowing. I think someone needs to make a compilation of the crazy faces that I make while I do this. So like I said, you guys, I am not a professional makeup artist or anything, but I do really enjoy getting to do these beauty shows with you. So if you guys have any questions or comments or even tips for me as like a makeup girly, then I would really appreciate that. Okay. So I think that pretty much covers it for the eyes. Actually, I do that every time. I say that I'm done and then I'm not. I'm going to go under my eye a little bit with some of this white, just to kind of see what that does. Oh, that's a lot. Whoa, that made it so blue. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but layering the white glitter over top of the black actually looks really pretty. It's giving like a galaxy blue. Pretty. Okay, cool. We're running out of time, so I do want to try to wrap this look up. Next, I'm going to go in with my black waterproof mascara. This one is actually my personal one as well. This is my favorite mascara brand, but I like it because it holds up really, really well. And I like that it's actually deep black. A lot of the mascaras that I've tried before kind of have like a very shadowy color, but I really like a very sharp black mascara. Mascara is always like the finishing touch. It makes the biggest difference in the makeup look. All right, so just for reference, this is with mascara and this is without mascara. So you can see right away that definitely gives it that more sort of heavy, like sexy look, which I really, really like. So this is fun. All right, last one. We're gonna go on this eye with the other mascara, and then I wanna try the lips, and then we'll get to the stickers, and I think we'll be about done. So if you guys are looking for a really quick and easy Halloween makeup, I would say definitely go with this one. You can just get some little peel off stickers and be done then. But do make sure that you get like the kat and try to get the hanbok as well. It would give it that sort of authenticity as well. All right, let's see. Come on. I'm very picky about my mascara also. I want my eyelashes to be both full and long and even. Almost. I feel like this isn't dark enough. I want more. There we go. That's better. Okay, so that is the finished eye part of the look. Let's go ahead and jump onto the lips. So I do have a little bit of like a gloss on right now. We do have this one. This is more of a mattifying sort of tone. I can try this over my gloss. Let me see if it works. Okay, so it didn't necessarily mattify my lips, but it did make it sticky, which is perfect for this next product. So just full disclaimer, I never wear like a full red lip, but we have a very, very dark red right here. This looks like blood red. I think this is actually going to be perfect for this look today. One thing that if you, you'll see if you go on like Instagram or even Pinterest and you look at the Saja Boys, they all have like a very deep red lip. So I'm actually going to do, now that I'm looking at this, it's a little bit more orange than I would like. So I'm going to show you guys a trick that I do when my makeup isn't as dark as I want it. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to go in with the black. Yes, the black. And I'm actually going to pull it in from the sides. Trust the process on this one. It gives it that sort of 90s vampy look, but it's really, really cool. Okay. This is my sort of makeshift lip liner. Okay, so that gives it kind of like a more vampy look, I feel like, which I really like. So anyway, that concludes the face makeup. Let's get into the tattoo part, and then we're going to put on our cut. So from here, I'm pretty sure, based on the reference photo, because I do actually have one right here. Let's see. He's got the tattoos kind of like all across. So I'm just going to have to do my best and see if we can make something work. All right, so let's get a couple of these small ones too. All right. I also want to start on the back of my hand just to see if we can do as many as possible. What time are we at? 25? All right, go time. Let's go. The shadows around the eyes are so artful. Thank you so much. I try. I'm not a perfect makeup artist, but I definitely do my best. Perfect balance of red and black. I appreciate that. All right, so we have your good old-fashioned sort of like artificial tattoos, and I don't know how to do this, so I'm just gonna smash it against my hand and then put on some water. When I was trying these out earlier, because I did have to test to make sure I knew how everything worked, this is the fastest I've ever seen like an artificial tattoo work. So I'm really excited to show you guys. A little bit too much water there. Just like that. And so now that we have that, you simply just, whoop, and it's already on. So we have some little tattoos on my hand here. We're gonna do the same thing. I am gonna try to do it on my face. If it doesn't come off, it is what it is. I did it for the plot. So let's just kind of see. I'm not gonna go too hard with this, you guys. I do have to leave here and go out in public, so I don't want it to be too crazy. But I do want to at least try. Like, you know, it would be no fun if I didn't even try to put it on. So how do I do this? I think like this, right? Moment of truth. Here we go. Hi. Did it work? Oh, kinda. Come on, stick back on. Oh yeah, let's do this. I'm so excited now. That looks cool. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do it again. What do I want to do? Do I want to do 2 more? Yeah, I think so. Oh boy. I'm gonna be walking around with tattoos and no shame. I can't wait. Let's get a little bit more water on here. Let me try to line that up. I'm so excited now. Wait, what's the song at the end? It's like, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na. Can I get the mic a little higher? I have to do a dance outro. This is my last episode. Wow. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I feel like a little kid. This is amazing. This is so fun. Wait, do I need to do them on my forehead too? Or should I just leave it at that? Let's just see. I don't know if I have a whole lot of time, so let's do the full Saja Boy look now. All right, ready? Does it work? Do I look like a Saja Boy? I totally do. Look like a little demon hunter. This was so fun, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I don't think we're gonna have time for more tattoos today, but you better believe if I dress up as a Saja Boy, we're gonna do the whole thing. So thank you guys so much for all of your support and for tuning in throughout the series. I really enjoyed getting to meet you guys and to talk to you guys. Even though this was the last episode, it really was a lot of fun for me, and I've really gotten to enjoy this process. If you guys want to see more from Koreanet, whether it's from myself or from some of the other awesome live creators, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe and leave a comment down below. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and love you too, Koreanet. Mwah. Bye. My little soda pop. I feel like that's the wrong.